Well, recently we were approached by an automotive company to prototype, design a prototype tooling and manufacture a number of these. It's called a dry sump oil system for a high-performance car. The company, their goal was to actually outperform another existing car, and the research and development to make this system work here was taken on by Reich Tool, a little skeptical up front. However, we all put our heads together, came up with a way of doing it, and it turned out to be a very successful process in the end. The first thought is, boy, do we really want to take that on? But our history here at Reich Tool is, yes, this is the type of stuff that we do. So we get a little team together, brainstorm a way of creating this and coming up with ways of manufacturing it, because a component like this, you can make up a prototype and just about make anything work, but to manufacture this in like a mass volume or somewhat of a volume production is really part of the equation when you prototype it. After we wound up making about 75 units like this, was profitable for us, and we got the production tooling. I mean, the end result is it is in a production car to this day, which happens to be one of the fastest production cars available to purchase. So they met their goal of beating their closest competitor, but at the same time they've exceeded their goal, and they beat that competitor by a fair enough margin that they took themselves into actually a higher supercar class than they anticipated up front. So it was very successful for both companies. And typically we're grabbing the people that would be involved, in just about every department was involved in this. We have the strengths from each department, including a project manager. And what we do is we utilize their knowledge from their areas of their department and apply it, bring it together using the teamwork to make this all happen. So it's a very strong team effort. People that work in a customized manufacturing environment like we are have a tremendous amount of pride in what they do. As far as bonus structure, profit sharing, and things like that, our company offers that as well. When you get into some of the high-end type of work that we do here, it's very important to have incentives that way. But other incentives that we have are, you know, our teamwork, our culture that we have within our company creates a fun and, again, prideful place to work. And at the end of the day, if you can go home and say, hey, I played a role in really making this happen and help out, whether it's automotive or medical or aerospace, if we can make a difference and the advancement of that in American manufacturing, that has a lot of incentive for our employees. We have what we call self-directed work team meetings. Each department has their own self-directed work team, and those guys brainstorm, I'm going to say, on some departments meet once a month, some of them twice a month, and the whole idea is to take a look at projects they're working on or their working environment and improve on it. And we exchange team leaders in there. You might have a team leader and they set up their own rules, they have their own mission statement, their own vision statement on how they run their meetings, but a lot of them will have a scenario like, we have a team leader, he's going to be the team leader for 3 months or for a quarter of the year, whatever it be, and then we have to swap team leaders. So everybody has a chance to work into that leadership type of role, and different leadership styles bring different ideas and innovations out of people. He has an idea, a problem, or whatever it be, where he's got to come to project management and discuss it. He's really not allowed to come to project management unless he has at least 1 or 2 ideas with him. Typically, an idea isn't straight out rejected. If there is an idea that comes in, it's always discussed. There's times that somebody brings in an idea and initially it's thought as not being viable, and after you give the person an opportunity to discuss it, bring up his points about it, it turns out to be the best idea. If it doesn't, typically through discussion, it becomes pretty clear, pretty apparent that it is not a viable idea, and it has to go to the wayside. In a team environment, that typically isn't a problem. Our biggest innovation challenge accomplishment that we've had was creating the culture that we have within our company. That culture being teamwork, the place that people want to come to work, again, creating that idea center to come up with ways of manufacturing things better and quicker, more profitable. That is probably the biggest challenge we had.